Hey guys, Chelsea been scouting certain players, including Pau Torres, and that is a very bad news, and I'll tell you why. Pau Torres is a very good player from Villarreal. We've been scouting him for the last 3 years. If you remember back in the day, even under Frank Lampard, when I was making videos about this brother here. So we continue to scout him, and other teams also are coming to the conversation. Manchester United, Arsenal, even Man City, PSG, and other teams. When you hear scouting, okay, you don't attach the word scouting with Chelsea Football Club at the moment, because you know they're gonna mess up, right? You're gonna scout somebody for 3 years, and all of a sudden, boom, you go for Saul Niguez. Smart, right? Listen, man, don't mess up with us. Leave us alone, because right now we don't even have an owner at Chelsea Football Club, and we're still scouting people. Jimenez, such and such, Tchouameni, Camavinga, you name it. But back in the day, when Emenalo used to be there, we were just surprised. All of a sudden, Eden Hazard signed for Chelsea Football Club. Kevin De Bruyne, Romelu Lukaku, Thibaut Courtois, you know, people like that. Mo Salah. Emenalo is going to find people that you never even knew before. You know, he got his own datas. He works with his own people. He buys players before they become big names. He brings them to the team. And certain people made some fake stories about Emenalo out. He's the problem at Chelsea Football Club, because we are used to buying expensive and big names instead of buying those small or, you know, no name at all. Bring them to Chelsea Football Club and make them big. Why can't we do that? I lost faith in our scouting department since Emenalo left Chelsea Football Club. Emenalo wasn't like the scout-in-chief or anything. He was the boss. He was between the manager, the board, and the scouting department. Everything needed to go through him. And then he was making very quick decisions, closing deals very quickly, and moving things fast. Now we have to scout somebody for 3 years. And when we keep on scouting and monitoring for 3 years, those players are becoming big and known in the market. And the next thing you know, other clubs got involved. The price goes up, and we end up by losing those players, and we go to our plan B, plan C, or plan D. And this is how we often end up by having a lot of deadwood in the team, because we went for the leftover. We couldn't go on time to get our first target. Let me give you another example of Tchouameni. We've been scouting him for the last 3 years. Fabregas pretty much said, Chelsea, you need this guy. Get him before anybody else got involved. And guess what? By the time I am recording this video, the deal is almost done between Tchouameni and Real Madrid. He was there waiting for Chelsea Football Club. His price tag was between 30 to 35 million. Now he's moving to Real Madrid, probably for more than 70 million. It's a Chelsea thing to wait until a player becomes too expensive, or wait for that player to move to another team in order for us to go and spend 3 times the money that he cost previously. The bottom line is we need a new owner. Let be brutally honest, we can talk about all kind of names. Okay, we heard Kunde, we heard Gradiol, we heard all sort of names out there linked with Chelsea Football Club. But at the moment, can we really start planning on transfer when you don't have anybody in charge of Chelsea Football Club? All our assets are frozen by the government. How are we going to be able to negotiate with players? How are we going to be able to compete with other teams? We don't have money. So the first signing, if I have to call it signing, will be new owner, in my humble opinion. So I know you are tired. I am very tired. I just wanted this to end right now. Announce whoever is going to take charge of Chelsea Football Club so we can start planning. We've been also linked with Boubacar, Kamara, and other German players here and there. So many of them, but let's just be realistic. The owner first, hopefully this week. According to report, we're going to hear some good news. Everybody hope that it's going to be the boilies. But regardless of who is going to take charge of Chelsea Football Club, I know Roman Abramovic already did his homework and he's going to choose the one that will take care of Chelsea Football Club, even though it's not going to be the same again. To conclude this video, I would like to wish a speedy recovery to Tino Livramento, one of us, Chelsea through and through. We sold him for 5 million last summer because he didn't want to stay. He wanted to play man football, but we included a buyback clause of 20 million. The boy been killing it in the Premier League, one of the best this season at Southampton, and all of a sudden, boom, very bad injury. That means we are going to go again on the market and spend a lot of money. The ACL injury will take minimum 1 year out, and even if you come back, it's not always sure that you're gonna be in the same level. Very sad what is happening to Chelsea Academy product. If you look at Ruben, you look at Kalim Hassan-Odoi, and to a certain extent Kurt Zouma that we got when he was like 18, 19 years old. And, you know, he could be considered as, you know, one of the kids. But just to make a point here that those kind of bad injuries are always going to cause little injuries here and there, even when you come back from that. But he's still young, 19, 20 years old. And hopefully he can recover 100%.